Hi guys, Zach here with another Command & Conquer Red Alert video. In this game I'm playing a 2v3 match on the map Hamburger Hill. My team is starting on the right and the other team on the left. And I'm sort of in the middle position of the right side of the map. Right, so this match was supposed to originally be a 3v3 match, but one of my teammates must have got disconnected because, as you can see, he's been defeated straight away. So it's going to make it a little bit harder for us. I say my team has the advantage in terms of position, but there's only two of us, so that's going to make it a little difficult. Right, first of all, I'm sending my infantry out. I'm sending some of them north and some of them south. And there are a few narrow routes into my area of the map, so what I'm going to be doing is trying to block those off immediately. So you can see there's a little gap there, and there's also a gap further up, so I'm immediately sending infantry to those 2 points just to avoid any scouts getting into my base, because the less they know about my base, the bigger advantage I will have. So I'm sending a scout out myself, hopefully to get some information on my opponent's base. And you can see my riflemen shooting down the enemy scouts. So that's exactly why I had them across that position. Now, in terms of ore and resources, my position's really good. And that's because I start with a big patch of gems, and you can see some other scouts trying to go the other way, but they've taken down as well. So that's really good for me because I've been able to take out some of my enemy scouts and I haven't lost anything so far. Now, as I was saying, I've got a patch of gems so I can start building tanks straight away. I'm going to need to build some more ore trucks so eventually and start mining off the ore above me. Because even though there seems to be a lot of gems at the moment, they don't actually last that long. You will run out of them quite quickly. Gems don't regrow like ore, so you need to be careful. Right, because otherwise you could end up getting into the game 5 minutes and then realising suddenly you've got no money and you need to start investing in economy and when you should be investing in tanks. Right, so I'm just keeping an eye on those both those gaps and just having a look, make sure nothing's coming my way, because it's not like there's any peacetime or anything like that. You can see I've got quite a number of tanks. I'm just going to be building a couple more ore trucks now to help with that ore patch to the north of my base. And we can see that dark blue are sending some scouts over. Now ideally what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to need to expand my base northwards, which you can see is sort of what I'm doing at the moment. Because what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to defend those gaps as best as I can. And if you've got a small gap, one of the really good ways to defend it is to build Tesla coils. So I'm going to build a couple of power plants upwards right now, and then I'm going to start building my first Tesla coil. I'm going to need a couple of power plants though, because obviously I'm going to need power for that. And I'm going to base crawl with some ore silos. Now, it's very easy to defend small gaps with Tesla coils because the other team can only fit a limited number of tanks through at a time, so it makes a very strong defence, especially if you've got tanks there defending as well. Now, I've actually noticed I've made a huge mistake in this game, because what I've done is I've built a third war factory. Now, usually building a third war factory is a good thing, because it increases your building speed if aftermath units are switched off. But aftermath units are switched on in this game, so I'm going to get no bonus from having that extra war factory. So basically I've spent 2,000 ore, which I didn't need to. Furthermore, I've also wasted a lot of building time, which should have been using to build things like service depots. I should have had a radar dome already out by now. Usually you build a service depot quite early on when aftermath units are switched on, just so you can get the extra war factory. And you can see that yellow attacking my base, and it looks like they're going for the construction yard. It's quite... And I've got a lot of tanks to defend there. I've got Tesla troops as well, which should do a lot of damage, but it looks like the construction yard is going to go down, and it does. And because I didn't build a service depot earlier, I'm not going to be able to build another MCV. So that's a big blow to me. So we're going to go on the counter. We're going to go for blue first. It looks like they have a small number of tanks here. This should be quite easy for us as we take them out. And that's looking very good for us. And yeah, it's no contest in the end. And they had just far too few tanks there. And the blue wasn't paying attention, so he didn't move them around at all. And green were going to come for the attack, so we're going to go for the Tesla tanks first, because they do a lot of damage, but they're very weak, and you can see them falling apart very quickly. I think we've got sort of 2.5 kills there. We've got 1.5 HP, and you can see that now yellow coming for the top, so they're going for light tank hit and run, well, small hit tactics. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send some of my troops back up there, and I'm going to send some of my troops to attack Green's base, because I need to keep on applying pressure at this point. As soon as I take off the pressure, that allows the other teams to build up the forces, and we'll be in a losing battle eventually, because we don't. I just have to be very, very careful here, and you can see that they're taking out some of my troops with the Tesla coil there. So I'm going to go down the left side of the base, which seems a bit less well defended, and I'm going to go for the construction yard, so you can see the construction yards in the middle. And after I destroy the construction yard, I can still start going for the power plants, because what that's going to do is it's going to take out the power for the Tesla coils, and if they can't use the Tesla coils, they're going to be much less well defended. And any power plants I destroy at this stage means that they're not going to be able to build them back. And that's, you can see they've got Tesla coils there, but they're no longer working because they don't have enough power. And yellow are coming again from the south, but this time I've seen them. They're coming back. They've gone to attack Orange's economy, so they're focusing on Orange at the moment. Orange do have tanks available, they do have units, but they have been caught napping a little bit. I'm just worried about the other side of the map. I'm going to have to go for yellow because Orange don't seem to have realised quite yet. And actually, I think they were turning back there, and Orange have realised now, so it should be quite straightforward for them. They've got a lot more units available. And what I'm going to do is, while Orange are attacking Yellow's attack, I'm going to go for Yellow's base, because Yellow will be distracted at the moment, so it'll be the ideal time to attack them. If you're ever wondering, the best time to attack an opponent is when they're attacking someone else, because at that time their eyes are off the base, so they won't be defending nowhere near as well. Although it does look like Orange have cleaned that up, but I'm going to go for Yellow at the moment anyway, because they are sending quite a lot of small attacks in, and if they're destroying my buildings, I won't have the opportunity to build them back. And this is looking actually quite strange at the moment, because it looks like the base is undefended. And that might be why, because what they've done is they've built helicopters. And what they've thought is, we'll build helicopters because I don't have any air defences. And yeah, they're taking out a war factory. A war factory I didn't need, but they're taking one of them out, so I don't have a spare, I guess, now. If they take any more out, though, I won't have any building speed. So I'm going to take out those bits first, the pads, because that stops them from being able to recharge. And we can see that Dark Blue are coming for the attack, but they've got a few units. They've got some missile launchers, which I'm going to take out first. Although missile launchers do a lot of damage, they're very easy to take out, so they're probably not very good when used against tanks. But Tesla troops, on the other hand, are very good when faced against tanks, because they're very hard to kill and you can't squash them. Right, so we're focusing on blue now. We haven't applied much pressure on blue this game, so we'll have to see what the base is like. They seem to have some silos, power plants. They don't have any more. Yeah, they don't have much at all, actually, in terms of other buildings. And I think they only have one war factory. Maybe they don't know about the increased building speed from building 2 war factories, possibly. So that's something they could. Right, so it looks like Green are coming to defend them. It looks like Yellow as well have got an extra base inside Blue's base. But this is going to be no problem for us. We'll just destroy those buildings, and Yellow are out of the game. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to try and do as much damage as I can in this short time period. I'm going to fight the tanks and things as well. So this is, yeah, you can see they outnumber me a little bit at this point. Green have also got a lot of troops, and they've got Tesla tanks behind, which, well, one Tesla tank behind. Right, so it looks like I'm running quite low on ore at the moment, because as you can see, as usually happens, the gems have run out. And because I haven't had that construction yard, I haven't been able to expand to other ore patches. So that's been a bit of a blow to me. So I'm just going to take some of my tanks to Green's base, because it looks like it'll be undefended, because Green has its units in Blue's base at the moment. Right, so we're going down here. And yeah, just typing in. Right, I'm going to have to actually pull back, because as you can see on the radar, Green are going from the other side, so they're going to attack the other side of my base, so I'm going to need to hopefully be able to defend against this. And you can see at the moment my Autrix having to travel an awful long distance, which is why I'm running so low now. And we can see they're going for my Tesla coil first, and it looks like it might go down. I haven't had time to repair it yet, didn't have time to click repair, but they've got my Tesla coil down, so this part of my base is much less well defended right now, and this could be trouble for us. You can see they've got something jamming my radar dome, so I can't see. So I'm going to take out that Tesla coil and Tesla tank and that missile launcher. Right, I can see again now, and you can see that green have been defeated, because while green were attacking me, orange were attacking green's base. And that's what I was saying before, the best time to attack someone's base is while they're attacking someone else, and we've seen green do just that. So the game's pretty much over now because blue don't have any other war factories. So yeah, there was that big mistake for me at the start, but I managed to defend and eventually defeat them. The way the other team probably could have won is one person could have gone for one side of my base while the other person gone from the other. That would have made it really hard for me to defend, because I was in quite a bad position in terms of space where teams could attack from both sides. Another thing they could have actually done, possibly, is the two Soviet teams could have played defensive, and maybe the Allied team could have built a cheeky naval yard and maybe built a cruiser. That would have caused me a lot of problems as well. Anyway, that was a pretty hard match for us, but eventually we managed to come through. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.